Hey, and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, thanks for checking me out. Today, I had a quick lesson for you. Just wanted to go over a quick overview of arpeggios. So let's get into it. Okay, so like I was saying in the intro, today I wanted to show you arpeggios. So if you're not initiated or unfamiliar, arpeggio is just an Italian fancy word to say notes in a chord. We're going to step through them one note at a time. So if you didn't know, just a little chord breakdown, fundamental. A chord, a major chord or minor chord, are made up of 3 notes. So if we take those 3 notes individually on different strings, and you do this all the time when you play any standard chord shape, we're playing an arpeggio. So today I wanted to show you just the basic major shape and minor shape and just a few ways you can implement this into your playing and what to do with this. Okay, so if you're jamming, you got a little riff. I'm going to do E major. Just why not? Just because. Got my looper here. If you haven't seen my video about looping, check it out here. Otherwise, here we go. Loop in E major. Here we go. Okay, so hopefully you can hear that now. So we have E major, G sharp minor, F sharp minor. So 1 to the 3rd chord, to the 2 chord, back to our 1, back to home. So an E chord is made up of 3 notes. An E, a G sharp, and a B. Root, 3rd, 5th. So you can take your chord shape, literally play the notes of the chord. I'm playing E, E sharp, E string, E G, E sharp, G sharp, E. So I can take that shapes I want to show you today. Start here on the 7th fret with our pinky. Ring finger, 6th fret D string. Index finger, 4th fret, G string. That's an E major arpeggio. Arpeggio doesn't start there, stop there. Same thing, root, 3rd, 5th, 3rd, 5th. Root, 3rd, 5th, 3rd, 5th. Just through 2 octaves. Stop our loop here so it won't be so distracting. So we're doing root, 3rd is our G sharp note, and then our B note here. And then again, B string, high E string, and then we just do a little stretch up to get the 5th there on the 7th fret. That's an E major triad arpeggio. We have more chords. I went to G sharp minor, F sharp minor. So I'll show you the minor shape now. So I'm going to lead with my pinky again, find an F sharp note. So if I'm here 7th fret, E note, F sharp, it's 2 frets above, whole step above. So instead of did in our major shape, I'm gonna make this third minor and flatten that note as if you would in any chord to make it go from major to minor. So now I'm doing pinky, middle finger, index. Then continuing it, middle finger, index finger kind of stretch, and then an extra little stretch there to get that fifth. One more time. Starting here at the 9th fret, 9, 7, 6, 7, 5, 9. Or, in actual note speak, F sharp, A, C sharp, F, A, C sharp, and then to do our G sharp minor, same thing, go up a whole step, same minor chord shape, now you can hear the chord progression throughout the arpeggios. See what I'm saying? So this spells out the chords that you're playing. So if we're doing this off the A string, you can always just find the root with your little finger, or I've seen people do this with a ring finger. Whatever floats your boat is perfectly fine. So pinky, it's gonna be one of these shapes. Pinky, ring finger, index. Just kind of ascending the strings here. A string, D string, G string. And this is also a good way, at least for me, and that was how I started getting into sweeping and like more economy picking things. Okay, so any chord shape that you see is basically the note, is exactly the notes of an arpeggio. So if it's efficient to your hands, you can play it one note at a time. By definition, that's an arpeggio. Shapes that guitarists use over and over again is like this kind of thing. 7th fret, 4th fret, 5th fret on our B string, E note as our root. You know, it's a very overused, also awesome lick. And then the minor version of that another arpeggio shape I want to throw your way is kind of your A chord shape. So still focusing on the E major chord here. We're going to go root, going to stretch up to our 3rd, 5th. So there's our chord right there. 3rd, 5th. But we're going to go down this bar here. I'm doing it with my middle finger here as a bar, but not all ringing together. Arpeggios one at a time. And I'm going to come out here, 7th fret, and then do our, well, that's our major 7. But reach out even further, root. So that one works pretty good. anywhere you find chords that sit well under your fingers, if you play the notes individually, you'll get an arpeggio. So, say we're still focusing on our loop here, E, F sharp minor, G sharp minor. This little bar at the bottom, here's an F sharp minor, G sharp minor. So spells out those chords. So mess around with those things, find yourself different chord shapes that you like, that fit well under your fingers, and start to play one note at a time, one string at a time, or even if you run out of strings, find yourself some little shapes that work well with under your fingers. And then once you get this all kind of a handle on this, you can start to add sevens and your suspended notes, nines, whatever you like. I would say the benefit of this chord shape here is it's very close to this chord shape. So this is of course E major 7. Took the root on the G string and brought it down a half step to its 7, making E7. So now we have a root, a 5th, a 7, a major 3rd, and that's our chord. Or in order, root, 3rd, 5th, major 7. So we're going to play it as such. Root, 3rd, G sharp, B, our 5th, D sharp, our 7th. Which, if you notice, is our minor shape. So the major and the minor are closely related, as you can see. But that's not about this. It's not about triads, really. This is about arpeggios today. 7th fret, 11th fret, 9th fret, 8th fret, 9th fret, 7th fret, 11 to get that major 7, and then we're home. I hope this was a fun little overview of arpeggios today. Gonna keep it kind of short. Don't want to overwhelm y'all. But if you found this informative or educational, entertaining in any such way, consider liking down below or doing any of that kind of stuff. And you know what? Let's just get to the outro. Welcome to the end of the video. And thank you so much for watching this one today. I hope it was very informative and educational for you. You took away at least maybe a little bit of entertainment. So if you're enjoying this kind of thing and you want to follow me below, hit subscribe, press like, share with friends, all that kind of stuff. I never know what to do with my hands when I'm not holding a guitar. So thank you so much again, and we'll see you next time.